Mic check exclusive. We got Stogie from the Legion of Lyricists. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just chilling, chilling. You know.
That's what's up. How long you been out for?
Oh man, for a long time, a lot longer than most people realize. Um, I actually started off battling. You know, probably 2002 or 2003. I did a lot of battles, and then I got into like it wasn't really like a group thing, but it was like me and another dude, like Method Man and Red Man. It wasn't necessarily a group, but we were always together doing our thing. So we did that for a few years, and then I branched off by myself. I put out my first solo mixtape in like 2005. So,
What audience are you trying to reach?
um, I mean, I don't like necessarily have a specific audience that I want to reach. You know what I mean? Basically, if somebody enjoys my music, well then great. Like I don't care if it's an old lady, a little kid, if they're blue, black, purple, anybody that can listen to it and get something from it, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
What has been your favorite place to perform?
Well, we've done a lot of shows as far as like a venue.
Yeah.
I kind of partial to Pops. I like Pops over there on the east side. Um, we've done quite a few shows there. It's a pretty cool place. They treat the artists pretty well. It's pretty cool spot. It's open 24 hours, so there's always some kind of crazy antics going on there too. So,
Cool.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
um, well, it just kind of depends. I mean, it can come from anything. Sometimes it can come when you don't even expect it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can just something will just happen to you, and you're like, oh snap, that's what I needed right there. So there's not really a one set thing, but I mean, as far as like maybe like artists that I get inspiration from. I mean, you always get inspiration from listening to good music. I particularly care for like East Coast MCs, somebody that's lyrical. I mean, I like West Coast too, but I like that East Coast battle rap style. You gotta like old Eminem, things like that that kind of like motivate me to like step my game up.
Who would you compare yourself to?
I mean, I hate comparing myself to anybody. um, it's just I don't really know who I would compare myself to. Um, that's kind of a tough question. I mean, somebody that I'm like someone that I'm like similar to would probably be maybe like the Dirtball, somebody like that, possibly. Um, Sub Noise Records. They have some maybe like Cottonmouth Kings type. I don't know. I don't really want to compare myself to them, but somebody along those lines. It's just kind of like independent and original, and just kind of like does their own thing. You know what I mean?
Cool. So, explain your involvement with the Legion of Lyricists.
Well, that's actually crazy because the Legion came along at a time where, um, I was kind of discouraged with the way that the rap game was going with all these clowns that are making money off all this garbage that they put out, and like legitimate artists get no shine. So I was kind of to the point where I'm like, dude, I'm kind of wasting my time with this because nobody even appreciates all the energy and time that I put into this. You know what I mean? Everybody just wants to hear about swag. So I was kind of at a point where I was getting ready to. I was contemplating just giving it up altogether, and Haiku came to me and was like, "Dude, we got this idea, blah blah blah." And at first, I was kind of skeptical. I'm like, "Yeah, it sounds good, but." So he came to me and he's like, "Look, I need somebody to help me make this happen, and if I know anybody that can help, it's you. So I need you to help me." So I said, "Okay." So we started about it, and it wasn't until about the third mixtape where I would really realize what we had going on. Like the first one or two is kind of like, let's just see where this goes. By the time it got to about the third one, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like what did we start here? you know, and it really like remotivated me because it made me realize that there are people that appreciate good hip hop, you know, that they're out there, and there is someone out there that there's people out there that appreciate that kind of stuff that feel the same way we do, whether they be in Indianapolis or Canada or
Right.
Africa, Beirut. I mean we've got people from 4 or 5 different continents in the Legion, and seeing the inspiration that they get from what we're doing, that's pretty cool too. Because a lot of people like hit me up, and be like, "Dude, oh, that's so cool what you guys are doing," and it's not like we set out to do something cool.
Mm.
It's basically just what we've always done. You know what I mean? We just found a new way to do it, I guess.
That's cool. So,
You know?
what are your goals with the Legion of Lyricists? Where do you all want to see you all going in the next year or two?
I mean, the end goal is kind of this. We would like to set up some like a force or maybe like a safe haven for independent artists, people that don't agree with all this crap that's on the people that appreciate good music. Like it would be nice to have some place where they can go and realize that there are people out there that are like them, that you don't need to be signed to a label. You can do everything independently, and we have graphic artists, we have producers, we have a lot of lyricists, so it's like theoretically someone could, if they get whatever they needed from us. If you're an independent artist and you're trying to come up, well, guess what? Here's a bunch of other independent artists that are all doing the same thing you're doing. You need some beats, you need some graphic work for your album. What do you need? We got whatever you need. You can come holler at us and we'll make sure and get you right, instead of you going out and paying a label to do it. Like more or less a community, I guess would be a good word for it, of independent artists, like with the website and everything. We're really going to get things going with the website. But even to the point of like have some like maybe forums on the website where if you're having problems engineering, you go on there and, hey man, what happens with this? And somebody else will be able to help you out. And just basically like make a community of independent artists that don't need the radio or mainstream music to succeed, and we can grow and flourish on our own without all that.
Right. That's positive, man. So, specifically on you, why did you choose music?
I mean, I hate to be cliche, but I kind of feel like Bubba Sparks, man. Like I don't think I ever chose it. I just think I don't know if it chose me or whatever, but it's just something that I've always done. Like as far back as I can remember. I mean, I was a little kid hanging out with my old man singing on top of a piano. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to battle rap people in the lunchroom when I was in grade school. And this was like before, when I was a kid, when I was coming up, like white people didn't rap. You know what I mean? So when I went to school, I grew up in like Bellefontaine and Jennings and all that area. So, I always did when I was a kid. I would write raps for some of my other friends because like it wasn't acceptable that I could rap, but I would I would like ghostwrite rap for some of my friends and let them rap it, so I've just been doing it as long as I can remember. It's just something that I've always, and then playing the drums. I mean, I can play the drums too, so I mean that's basically what hip hop is: drums and music, or drums and lyrics.
Yeah.
It's like the core of it.
Right. Where did you get your name?
Well, I get that a lot actually. Well, my grandpa was like he was like my homeboy when I was like real little. My grandpa was real cool, and he was Ogie was his name, and my first name is Steve, so I was like, oh, that's cool, because Stogie sounds cool, like it's just cool. And then actually changed it to Stogie LaRussa once the internet started getting big, because if you try to search Stogie, you're gonna get 9 billion pages of cigars, So I wanted to have something that that would make it so when you searched me, you were gonna get me.
Right.
And we just made it Stogie Larusa. For obvious reasons. I mean, you probably understand, but for people that aren't from St. Louis, because of Tony La Russa, the Cardinals manager, who's a Hall of Fame manager, and he had he had some revolutionary ideas on how to play the game. Like, he didn't really play by the rules, you know what I mean? He kind of did his own thing, which was cool, and he coached winning teams, so that was kind of an easy decision to make.
Cool. So any mixtapes or albums coming out soon that we should know about?
Yes. I actually, Legion Volume 7 just came out. I thought I had a couple of those. I probably have them in my truck. But I think you guys already have one of those. Yeah.
Of course.
The Legion Volume 7 just came out, so that's cool. We're working on Volume 8. That'll
Who's
be
on
out.
there? Who's on 7?
Who's on 7? Man. Of course, me, myself, Haiku, my homies Cold Case, T-Dub, old battle rap. He's pretty good too, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Metro Politics is on there. A bunch of people from all over. My homie Skeeta Menace and Crucial P from Indianapolis. We got Cerberus from Canada. We got Box. He's from Lebanon, Beirut. He's on there. Joe Tet Vu from Atlanta. They're on there. Man, I'm probably going to miss somebody. They're going to cuss me out. There's a lot of people on there. Ace the Prophet, my homie from Denver. So, I mean, there's more than that. But Penalty the Great, he's from Florida. So, I mean, you just really just get, like, such a diverse mix of MCs. It was what makes it cool, you know, because I would bet money that you could give one of these Legion mixtapes to just about anybody, and they'll be able to find something that they like on it. Because there's so many different styles and so many different artists, and none of them suck. So, which is rare when you get a rap CD or any kind of hip hop CD. I mean, you pretty much expect there to be like 3 songs on there that you like, and the rest of it to be kind of crappy. Right. You know, I mean, that's pretty much like the standard, which is bullshit, you know. So we try to put out music that, I mean, none of it really sucks. Rock Flair from Kansas City, Pele One from Oregon, I think Oregon, somewhere on the West Coast. I think he's from Portland. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't forget anybody.
Yeah, they're just watching like, hey.
Yeah, they're like, you dumbass. But anyway, if I forgot, my bad. I smoked too much weed.
Yeah, so when you said the next one is the 8, you all are working on that?
Yeah, Volume 8 will be out in March.
How can people get on that, people who aren't a part of the Legion already?
Basically just hit us up, lolinyourface.com. There's all the info you need right there. You can just holler at us and we can work it out. But yeah, so that's the Legion. That'll be out in March in time for South by Southwest. But I actually have a solo album that's coming out at the beginning of this year. I mean, pretty much wrapping it up now. So sometime in January, early next year, we'll probably have it out. I'm actually doing some final mixes this week, and then hopefully we can get the graphic work together and get it out. So that'll be out real soon, and that'll be that's a pretty good album. That one features Afro Man's on it.
The name of the album? What's the name of it?
Flying Under the Radar.
Okay. What's that? What's the concept?
Well, it's basically like it's like fly and under the radar. Flying under the radar, which is what I've been doing, and fly in under the radar, you know. So it's like kind of has several different meanings, but it's more or less the concept of it is that you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I just am kind of like under everyone's radar. You know what I mean? But the people that have been around, I mean, they're aware, but like for the most part, I've managed to just kind of like, when this comes out, people are just gonna be like, where the hell did this dude come from, and how have I never heard of him before? You know, and that's kind of the concept, because I just like flew in under the radar with this shit. You know, y'all didn't even see me, and bam. You know, so that's kind of the concept of it, is that you know, when this comes out, there's definitely going to be people that are going to be just like, where in the hell did this guy come from? You know, and I've been here the whole time. You just weren't paying attention to the radar. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the concept of it.
Cool, man. So shout out where everybody can find you and hit you up.
You can find me at iamstogie.com. That's IAMSTOGIE.com. LOLinyourface.com. Those are probably like two best places. I mean, you can go to my website. It'll link you to the Legion website. You can check out some videos and all that good stuff. Download some free music. Got a couple free mixtapes you can download on the website. And then, of course, on the Legion site, you can download 7 mixtapes for free. So, you know, you could potentially have like a whole day worth of music to listen to. So, yeah, that's probably the best place. IamStogie.com. Check it out. You know, we got a blog on there. We got all kinds of stuff like that. So.
Cool. Well, shout out Mike Check one time for us.
Oh, that's right. Mike Check Global, man. Shout out. Good looking out on the interview. Appreciate you guys sitting down and talking with me. You know what I'm saying?